Hello, all Nona Preserve members and neighbors. My name is Tomasz Grzynski. I'm part of the board of directors, member of board of directors for Nona Preserve Association. I would like to welcome you from the beautiful city of New York, a little bit rainy today. And I wanted to do the recap of our business meeting, which happened on February 13th at 6 p.m. in our clubhouse. Taking this little opportunity of my time off on my layover, I wanted to give you some insights of what we talked about so you're updated of what is going on in our community. For some of you, this is a brand new way of kind of watching and being in touch with what's going on in our community. We wanted to introduce this new way of communication. We understand that not everybody is able to actually attend the meetings. So if you're busy, if you cannot attend for some reason, unlike in the last business meeting, there was a very short notice, you'll be able to watch it later on through this unique link, which you're going to be sent through Vola Village, and update yourself and take an active part in our community. Having said that, we decided to videotape our business meetings. That's what we did last time. I'm also a videographer, so I set up my camera, and that was my intention to present to you the whole entire meeting. But once I set it up, hooked up all my microphones and everything, and placed the microphone right in the front on the table, and we started the meeting. After coming back from that meeting, I hooked it up to my computer, and this is what happened. Little lesson learned: if you're getting old and your sight is not the best, you should use your glasses. When I hooked up my microphone to this camera, there are two exactly the same ports. Because I didn't have my glasses on, I hooked it up to the wrong port, therefore there was no sound. The good thing about it is that the first meeting lasted for almost 2.5 hours. So I do understand that a lot of you will be sitting there for 2.5 hours and watching every single minute of that meeting. It will be actually a very long time. So I wanted to save you some time and just do the very short few minutes recap from what happened during that meeting. First, I wanted to thank those of you who have attended the election meeting back in January. The turnout was absolutely unbelievable, and we would like to keep it up for the future meetings, whether this is business meetings or our annual meetings for the members at the end of the year. And this is our intention as well, to keep you updated, be very transparent with everyone, so you have all most up-to-date information of what's going on in our community. Having said that, the last business meeting on February 13th was a very short notice meeting, and we truly apologize for that. This is something we need to work on since there's so much work to do in our community, and we didn't have enough time actually to let you know. However, we also were very surprised because the turnout for that meeting was really good considering the short notice, and everybody took a very active part in our discussions, and this is kind of a way which we want to keep it up. We want everyone to get their 5 cents and give us their feedback, because this is very important. We all should decide about how our community looks like and how it functions. So exactly at 6 o'clock p.m. we started our meeting. Jason Martin, myself, Tomasz Grzynski, and Lucas Chen, the 3 board members, were present, as well as our new community manager, Ron Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't have a chance to meet him, you probably will. He is very present in our community, often visiting, talking to the members. He is very approachable, absolutely amazing guy, very focused on bettering off our relations with the management company, as well as making our job easier and your life easier ultimately. As you know, Jason Martin has been a president of the board previously. We have had a discussion before about how to assign the roles. The president role is basically overlooking everything. It's supposed to be the most experienced person. Jason has been tremendously helpful to me and Lucas with onboarding, with giving us the up-to-date information and teaching us a lot of things we were not aware before. We decided that the president role should be dedicated to the most experienced person. Therefore, Jason Martin became a president of our board. I became the vice president and the secretary of the board, and Lucas Chen was assigned the role of the treasurer on the board of directors. Previously, we discussed the role of communication and how to communicate with our members, keep them informed of the new projects or existing projects. What we realized with Lucas is that there's been a tremendous amount of work placed by the previous board, which was done, and most of the members were not even aware of what was happening. Therefore, we decided to improve that aspect of our community and be very transparent with all the members and communicate very frequently about the existing and new projects. You will see a lot of improvements on that level and that aspect in the next coming months and a year. And hopefully through this, as well as some of the meetings, formal, informal, and social meetings, which we're planning to organize, we'll get all our members on board with activities which we're planning and projects which we're planning on our community. The first and very important subject suggested by one of our members was increasing the number of members in our board of directors. Currently, we have 3 members of board of directors, president, vice president, and treasurer. That's how it was done also in the past, and we quickly realized, and we agree with that suggestion, that expanding the board to 5 people would be very beneficial for not only our community but also for us as board members. It would unload a lot of work which we have right now on our shoulders every day. And trust me, there is a lot of work on everyday basis. Not only we're answering emails, but we're going around the community, meeting our members, resolving small and bigger issues. And that workload with the 5 people will be definitely smaller. Also, there is a legal aspect of it. Those of you who are not familiar, in a board of directors, when you have 3 people, quorum consists of 2 people. So basically, it makes it more difficult for us to kind of meet face to face. We cannot discuss the business of the community, even if we're talking to each other socially. Therefore, it is kind of complicated because we are already creating a quorum. If we have 5 members, 2 people will never create a quorum, so we'll be able more effectively implement different changes in our community, also working together and helping each other. That process is in the making. Ron Brown right now is researching the legal aspect of it, and very soon you're going to get the communication from our board of directors about this board expansion, and you'll be able to take active part in expanding that board. We need to pass updates to our bylaws in order to do that. Very soon, as I mentioned, you're going to have some new information coming in to your email and to your text message about it. We also decided that it is very important for us to encourage you to get involved. Therefore, in upcoming months, you will see more information coming in about the possibility of you trying to be part of one of the committees we want to create. Obviously, one of the most important committees which we definitely need to create is ARB, Architectural Review Board. That is very essential for any of your private projects on your property for approval, disapproval process. At this particular point, we do not have anybody in that committee. Therefore, the responsibility for approvals and disapprovals falls on us. But we would like to create that committee and have you involved in that process. People who have experience, who have passion, and also compassion, knowing that a lot of members have their homes and they want to improve some of those aspects of the homes inside and out. Therefore, it is very important for everyone to get involved in that, and I encourage you to apply for this committee once the communication is going to be sent. Another committee which we definitely want to create is the finding committee, which is not an essential part of our community, however very necessary for every single owner of Nona Preserve. One thing which we wanted to implement also is the fund committee. Fund committee which will take care of our quarterly parties. As you remember, last year my husband organized one of those. It was quite a big success. People had a lot of fun, and we want to continue with that. Whether there is a reason for that or not, we want to have a body which will take care of organizing those parties. Clubhouse is accessible to all the members. We have a gym out there, but we also have a great room which we can utilize not only personally for you and your family, but also for our community parties. It would be great if we could get to know each other a little bit better, because it's about 220 of us living in this community and we still don't know each other very well. We thought there would be a great opportunity for Fund Committee to organize those parties in the clubhouse whether there's going to be a reason connected to any charity, which we can organize donations of food for the pet shelters. We can also donate money or organize certain fun activities for our kids, for ourselves. There's a lot of talent in our community, and we would like to share that talent and possibly organize some workshops. A perfect example, I'm a scuba diver, I'm a dive master. If anyone would like to find out more about diving, scuba diving, get their kids involved, get yourself involved in that sport, that would be a great idea. There's a lot of other talents. I have met recently one of our members who is a painter. I have seen some of his work and it's really impressive. A lot of you might have some spare time and would like to get involved with that. It would be fantastic if we could share those hobbies and those activities through the meetings like that. So ideas could be endless, and we really would like you to get involved with that a little bit more, and our fund committee, new fund committee, to be created in order to organize events like this in the future. The next aspect which we all discussed was the oak trimming estimate from our business partner Arroyo, who is taking care of our landscapes. As you have seen, some of our trees definitely need some trimming. So Arroyo came with some quote, which then we negotiated to what was planned in the budget, and I'm happy to announce that Arroyo accepted the offer from us and came up with an estimate to the satisfactory of the board of directors and our budget. This project is going to start really soon. Talking about the landscape, ladies and gentlemen, as you had seen over the past winter, it's been a very cold winter. A lot of our trees have been damaged, and bushes as well, and plants which we have planted. There's a lot of frostbite. You will see that for the next probably a month or so. We will have to wait just a little bit longer till the end of February in order for us to work on those plants which were damaged or which have died because of the frostbites, simply because we might still have some more freezing dates. Therefore, if we do all the work right now, probably within the next 2 or 3 weeks, if we have another, let's say, cold front coming in, those new plants could be damaged. Therefore, we've placed the deadline for work on those plants and on those damaged areas for March. Talking about our community website, nonapreserve.com. You will find the link on the bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, we really would like that website to be the main point of contact for everyone. At this particular point, our communication is being established. Therefore, the rules of it will communicate with you the most effective way possible. However, the website will include in the nearest future all necessary information which you might want to have. The contact to our community manager is going to be placed over there, as well as all the legal documents and the links to the videos like this one as well. So please be so kind. If you need anything, if you want to resolve either your personal issue at your property, or you see something, or you want to suggest something for our community, please go to that website first. Research all the projects which will be placed over there as well, to see if your idea possibly does not match already an existing project, and communicate with us through that website. Once again, our management company is the first source which you're supposed to use. Ron Brown is in charge. Ron Brown will redirect your email to the proper channels in the management company in order to help you. So please be so kind, do yourself and everyone else favor in order to organize that communication and direct it to the proper channels. Go and visit the website, use the links over there, use the email address to our community manager, and I can assure you that all your concerns and problems which you might have will be addressed properly. We do understand, obviously, that not everyone checks their emails very frequently. I do it on an everyday basis, but there are some people who check it every week or every few days. We want you to stay updated, and therefore we feel like sending the text message is crucial for the way of communication in our community. If you do have any issues with signing up for Vola Village, or if you do not receive Vola Village messages, please contact Ron Brown. This is his email on the bottom of this page, and you can use that email to contact Ron Brown and update your information so you will receive the messages in the future. Newsletter was another subject that is going to be created by our management company, of course with our input. We would like that newsletter to be incorporated in our website to even further encourage you to visit that website. Some of the plans for the future, we do understand not everybody reads the legal language of certain regulations, laws, and bylaws which we have implemented already or which we will implement in the future. Therefore, some of the more into detail face-to-face explanation of the rules will be necessary. I am planning to create some more videos for those members who are still not sure how those rules work. Parking rules is part of it. It was written in a very unfriendly legal language, at least for me. It took me several hours to read it through a few times for me to understand, and I still have questions. Therefore, we'll be doing some more work and explaining to the members all those rules of our community, not only in the parking sector of the rules, but also in some other rules which we have in our bylaws. And of course, we also discussed a very big elephant in the room, which is the parking and parking rules in our community. Obviously, this discussion came among the members during the meeting with a lot of emotions. We had a very constructive discussion, and we decided that current rules, they have served us well to the certain point, because what we had seen about 1.5 to 2 years ago on our streets, when everybody was parking everywhere, we don't see that anymore. It's really nice to look at a certain streets and see everything clear. However, we know that there is a lot of opportunities for improvement, and we know that there is a certain amount of spaces for the guests which are utilized not as to the expectations of everyone, let me say it that way. Therefore, we came up with a proposal. Again, this is only a proposal of the system which we can implement in our community, which will better off utilization of those guest parking spaces. And we are still looking for other solutions. Maybe you as a member have a great solution for the parking rules and regulations which we have right now. We're looking forward to hear your voice. So please send Ron an email, and we'll definitely go over that and consider what we can do. The proposal which came out of our board of directors members was the company which is called Parking Boss. You will find the link, you will find a web address for that particular company right on the bottom of this video. Please go and visit and watch all the demo videos. The system works in many different communities, not only in Florida, but all over the United States. It's been designed for several different purposes, and one of those purposes is the community living. Therefore, if you go over there and you will see and you will feel that this system is actually resolving some of the issues you might have personally or the community might have, please express your point of view, or we are still open for new proposals. So if you have any other better ideas or alternative ideas, we're looking forward to hear from you. Front entry redesign. That project has been done by our previous board of director members. The project is already accepted on the paper. The design is accepted. We are waiting for general contractor to find a general contractor. We're actually trying to research general contractor in order to start this project. The main issue with the gate entry redesign is that we have a certain money which were placed into the budget. It's about $65,000. In the current times, when there's a lot of developments in Lake Nona and the surrounding areas, the contractors are asking actually for almost double price. So we're still on the lookout for the general contractor to take this project and make it happen for us. More details are going to be placed on the website so you can review it. The design is absolutely amazing with creation of not only the lane for the visitors, but lane for the members, and double bars going up and down, so it prevents people from sneaking behind your car and possibly damaging the gate, which we experience actually on a daily basis right now. Therefore, please be on the lookout for the new information coming in. If you do know someone who is a general contractor who would be willing and able to accept this project and work on this project, please let us know. Please let Ron Brown know, and he will communicate with us. We've also discussed the painting project. Lucas and I, we were not involved in that project last year. However, we had heard all the work which has been done already right now. In the beginning, to be honest with you personally, I was a little bit skeptical about the color palette, but as I see it right now, when every single house is painted on one color, so if you have your house, instead of having 2 or 3 colors, you have only one. When the sun is shining, you enter the community, that color palette really shows up. It's a Mediterranean style color palette, and a lot of people might like it, a lot of people might not. We do understand we are not going to satisfy everyone. That is never going to happen. We have 220 members, and we can have actually 220 ideas. But we need to go with certain things, and we hope that you trust us. This is really, really coming along. A lot of people have asked for the schedule for the painting project. That schedule was provided to you in an email and a text message through Volo recently. So please take a look at that schedule, when your building is part of it or not, and when it is going to happen. We need to have all the patio furniture clear, as well as the front entry furniture, if you have so, or maybe plans put away, so our working crews and our business partner can access your property. So those are the most important parts of the meeting, condensed in several minutes of video. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you also like this way of communication, because sometimes looking at my face, looking at me talking to you, and relaying all the information and passing that on to you, it works much better than on written. I know myself that I don't like reading things, especially when they are very long. The future business meetings also are going to be taped. They're going to be placed on the website with direct link to our YouTube channel, and you will be able to watch those future meetings as well. Thank you so much for watching, for those few minutes of your time, all the way from Manhattan, from New York. This is Tomek Brzezinski. Have a wonderful day, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.